Hello friends, Stephen Beddall here. Welcome back to this series where we explore Cubase plugins in a practical, hands-on way with a focus on real-world production and mixing scenarios. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Chopper plugin. The Chopper is a lot of fun to use. It'll allow you to create tempo-synced pulses, stutters, and gated patterns to instantly add movement and energy to pads, guitars, synths, and much more. It's a fast way to turn a static sound into something that feels locked into the groove of your track. Let's check it out. So the concept with the Chopper is really quite simple. Basically, it's a rhythmic amplitude modulation effect. And even though the interface and the concept is quite simple, there's actually quite a few things we can do with it. One of the ways that I commonly use the Chopper myself is to create that sidechain pumping effect. So this works well if you're working on like an electronic style track. I've got a project that's kind of in that vein loaded up here. It sounds like this. So taking a closer listen to this arpeggiated loop I've got going on here, I think it would be kind of cool to use the Chopper to kind of shape that arp around the kick. So the Chopper is bypassed right now, but if I activate it, and if we take a look at the different types of waveforms that we can choose here, I think this one's going to work nicely because it's killing off the attack. I've got the depth set at 100%. My speed here is tempo synced to the project. You can actually turn that on and off with this little blue button, which is a cool feature. We'll come back to that in a minute. And I'm going to change this to quarter notes. So if I press play here and I slowly push this mix knob up, you're going to hear how Chopper is affecting this loop. And let's hear it in context. It's as easy as that, just a little more vibe. Very cool. Now you'll notice that on the very bottom right here, there's a mono button, which I have engaged. If I turn this off, and now we listen to the same loop, you'll notice now that there's this panning effect. Sounds a little different. And that's because when the mono button is deactivated, the modulation waveforms of the left and right channel are phase shifted, which creates that additional panning effect that you hear. So I think it's really cool that we can turn this on and off. We don't necessarily always need that panning movement. If you just want to use the Chopper as a tremolo effect, you can, simply just by pressing the mono button. I think in this case, it might be nice to turn the mono button off and just lower the mix amount. Sometimes it sounds a little intense to use it at 100%. So just adding a bit of movement there at around 60% sounds really nice. And of course, using these different waveforms is going to give you a completely different vibe. I might not necessarily want that, sidechain ducking effect. So if we use this square wave here, for example, same settings. It has a much more, choppy, abrupt feel to it. If we wanted something a bit more smooth, we could use the sine wave. Again, always helpful to listen to it in context. So it's such a simple tool, but it's so effective, just being able to add that little bit of extra movement. Now, some of you watching this will probably be thinking, and maybe a few of you will point it out in the comments, that you could build this exact same effect using the modulators. And that's absolutely valid. You could. I think that in production, there's usually multiple different ways to get to the same result. Some of you are going to prefer using a dedicated effect like Chopper for its speed and simplicity. Others are going to want the flexibility of building the modulation themselves. I think ultimately it just comes down to workflow and what feels the most intuitive for you. Now, there's another way that I love to use Chopper, and it's kind of more of a creative approach, especially when you're dealing with transitions from one section of your song to the next. So using the same loop, what we could do is come to the very end of this section. Let's take this off tempo sync, and I'll just push the mix back up to 100. If I just push the speed up gradually, we can create some really cool effects. So I can even draw this in as automation. Let's just activate right automation. I could also apply that to the mix. And oftentimes I'll pair up that kind of automation with a different effect, like a bit crusher, for example. So you can do all sorts of weird stuff. I'm probably relying on this one example a bit too much. This kind of approach might work better for a more like atonal type transition. Let me pull something like that up. Okay, so something different here. These are more like just noise risers without the chopper. Sounds cool, but maybe we want to add a bit of movement to that. With the chopper engaged, I've got it synced to 16th notes. It sounds like this. So you can do some really cool sound design stuff. And I think that, again, this is probably something where I would use automation. So maybe I'll just automate the mix. Let's draw that in. Yeah, really cool. Just adding a bit of tension to this section. Listening in context with the rest of the percussion in this track. I think I've pretty much had the depth knob at 100% this whole time. That is something that you can adjust and automate as well. You can adjust it on the knob, or you can adjust it on the waveform itself. Also, like every other Steinberg plugin, we've got a ton of presets to choose from. So maybe I'll try one of these. Let's try Swirl. Awesome. So you get a really different feel depending on what waveform you're using. And that's pretty much it. That's the chopper. Super simple and really effective. So that's a quick look at the chopper plugin in Cubase. It's a deceptively simple effect, but once you start exploring different rhythmic patterns, it becomes a really powerful tool for adding motion and rhythmic interest in your productions. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button for me, subscribe, and check out the rest of the Cubase plugin deep dives on this channel. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.